can lead to obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer as they get older. Octagonal warning labels on the front of food packages are 9 times more effective at identifying unhealthy foods. Give us octagonal warning labels on packaged foods. Protect our children's health. A message from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica and partners.
This Sunday, June 26th, new location, the Chill Spot, Golden Grove, St. Anne, Miami Bougie Brunch. All day non-stop high-energy raving and Miami-style catering from 2 to 10 p.m. Dress code white and bright. Live performance by Top Girl Chanel Muir. Tickets available at mysticonlinetix.com. Genius Pharmacy, Burton Portmore. Boot Gas Station, Coconut Grove, Ocheria. Texaco Gas Station, Lindsay. Follow Miami_Bougie Brunch on Instagram for more ticket locations and info. Wear a mask and drink responsibly. Must be over 18 to drink.
Sunset Pharmacy, Whitehall Road, Negril, across from Negril Bus Park, gives special discounts on all prescription, children, elderly, and ophthalmics. Opening hours Mondays to Thursdays 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Fridays 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturdays, and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sundays. We accept all major health, debit, and credit cards. Telephone number 957-4192.
Machelle Montano, Dexter Daps, Casper Band, Spice,
and Ding Dong Raver.
The greatest Caribbean lineup ever.
July 15th, 16th, and 17th. Featuring Machelle Montano, Casper Band, Dexter Daps, Spice, and Ding Dong Raver.
The vacation of vacations. All inclusive. Prices go up every week. Book now at brtweekend.com. That's brtweekend.com.
Ocherias! Ibex will be hosting their first job fair in your town, and REFM will be there. Join the REFM outside broadcast crew live at the Ibex Job Fair on the Ocherias High School grounds this Saturday, June 25 from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for all the happenings. Bring your government-issued ID, TRN, NIS, and resume so you can secure a job as a customer service rep or a reservations agent. If you can't be there and want to learn more about the Ibex offerings, listen live on the 107s and on irefm.net. That's a live outside broadcast of Ibex's first job fair at the Ocherias High School this Saturday, June 25, 12 noon to 3 p.m. on the nation's number one, IREFM.
Jamaica's Reggae Girls will continue the hunt for back-to-back World Cup appearance July 4 to 18 at the CONCACAF Women's Championships in Monterrey, Mexico. Following the historic qualification for the 2019 World Cup Finals, the Reggae Girls breezed past Caribbean opposition and is now ready to tackle World Champions USA, host Mexico and Haiti in the CONCACAF Championships. Stay with the Sporting Choice IRFM to follow their progress as they get over the CONCACAF hurdle. Coverage of the Reggae Girls in Mexico is courtesy of
Tad's Record and singer-songwriter Ezron, promoting his single Save the Children. Save the Children is distributed by Tad's Record and available on all digital platforms worldwide. Start streaming and downloading today. Ezron, Save the Children, and Tad's Record, the ultimate reggae experience. Jamaica, please save our children.
Save the children. Save the children. The future is there.
the Reggae Girls in Mexico World Cup bound on the Sporting Choice IRFM. Kaboom!
Where take this thing for you?
Oh, you mean?
You think I'm a lady?
You soon find out.
What's here?
You just try to understand and do something.
I first never say this.
Come now. Papa San say you a miss.
Eddie G say you are this.
Mind you destroy the relationship. Papa San say you a miss.
Eddie G say you are miss.
Mind you destroy the relationship. One time Danny used to tell me what to do. See me never did a work and want to please you. But now me a work and you not do nothing.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for.
Well, it's from start to finish. Stop bite your fingernail.
Janice Fife, known as Lady G, is a foundation dancehall DJ. She's widely recognized for hits such as Nuff Respect, Breeze Off, Provide the Wine, When We Rock Back, Moschino and Versace, The Gun, and Perform, among many others. In 2020, Lady G received the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association's Iconic Artist in the Music Industry Award for her contribution to the Jamaican music industry. Her other accolades include DJ of the Year Award in 1988, 89, 90, 91, 94, and 98 from award bodies such as Martins, Tamika, Rockers, Jamaica Federation of Musicians, BINS, and the Caribbean Reggae Music Awards. Today on the road to success, we are about to journey with none other than Lady G. Lady G, welcome, and thank you so much for taking time out to take us on your awesome journey.
You're welcome, and thanks for having me. When I listen to all them things the way you just read out just a while ago, I'm wondering.
Of course, you.
Yeah, but can't believe.
Gorgeous,
I feel like I just start. Honestly.
Wow, but look here, you look like you just start. You know, before the conversation ends today, you're gonna give us your beauty secret, how one can manage to stay so fresh and pretty over the years and skin so flawless. But in time, go and think about it. But let's start with your foundation, Lady G. You know, how would you describe your childhood growing up in St. Catherine? What was that like for you?
Well, I'm from a humble beginning. My mother is single parent. I grew up with 2 sisters and 2 brothers. Yeah, in a household. From living in a tenement yard, my mother rent a 1-bedroom house, board house, and them time there, them board house, have no bathroom and kitchen and them something they add on to it. So, toilet around there, so and kitchen around there. So, so yeah, so that's my background with my uncles and, And at one point I went to live with my grandparents in Waukesha because, of, financial, my mother wanted better for me and
more for you.
My aunt, and my aunt, they wanted me was to come and live with them, which was my mother, father, kids, which is my aunt. Yeah.
Okay, so even though you were, it's a single family, you got a little bit of grandpa, and were you able at any point to interact with your dad during that point?
Yes, I know where my dad was. And I used to, when I got to the age where I could, take a bus by myself, I used to go and visit him. And then at that time when I used to go and visit him now, his name is Screamo. A lot of people know him because he's in the music industry also. When I used to go and visit him, as a little girl, and I see all these instruments like the guitar and the Congo drum and all those little things. That was a joy for me because I used to make my own little noise, don't know, what I was doing, but I didn't know at that time the music was, inside of me, at that time. And then I remember my father had a record and he gave it to me and I took it home, and trust me, it was one of the biggest things to me. It was, yeah.
So early exposure to the music through daddy, but as a child, G, and observing and looking at mommy, what would you say you admire most about your mom when you think about how she held things down?
Well, first of all, I know my mother have mad love for all our kids. Never you ever try to say nothing bad about none of our kids, them cards. My mother love us, and my mother used to go out and, domestic helper job to feed us.
Work.
You know what I mean? I remember work. I used to remember one point, I remember my mother, she went out to do some washing, you know. And when she came home, she couldn't do nothing. Her fingers were all blistered up from washing, you know, the clothes.
Wow.
And, you know, all those little things was in my mind, you know, hoping one day I could come and, you know what I mean? Take my family from out of that poverty.
Change it.
From out of poverty. Yeah. Yep.
So what was Lady G like in the classroom? Because, you know, you strike me as the quiet type, kind of shy sometimes, but then when I show time, you transform. But what were you like in the classroom?
Honestly, I don't call myself a Miss Nuffy, honestly, because I used to love to participate in any form of activities. Yeah, any form of activities. Like, you know, sports, you know, acting and dancing, all those stuff I used to get involved in. Yeah, I used to love everything. I just love attention. And give myself trouble too, because I used to like tease, you know, some of the kids them to sometimes I make them cry too. And I remember I used to like when they, you know, whenever a popular song is out, I used to like build my own lyrics, you know. But my lyrics all the time used to be like trying to think about somebody and teasing them, you know. That was me. I must give you a joke. I remember one time I had they had a concert at my school. I used to go to Crescent All-Age School. And me and my friend say, oh, we're going to put a dance group together and think how we're going to perform. So I was a teacher. So all this time we've been practicing without any music, you know. Just imagine that. Me sing the song while we're dancing. So that's the music, me singing the song. And then at the time, when we concert time and go school and we're ready for perform and call way up and go up on stage and start dances. Like I realized because I didn't have the record for us to play, I didn't play the record for us to rehearse, practice from. Some of the dancers, they are not on beat when the actual music start playing, and some of them dance and some of them dance and some of them dance. And me now get vexed now and me stop dance. So you know, you hear like a boo, come on. So the teacher said, okay, give them another chance. You know? They give us another chance, and we went and, you know, same thing happened. So from those days, I'm just that child who love, I don't know if it's the right word to say, love attention, you know what I mean? But I realized that was like primary school. So when I started going high school now, I went to St. Joseph High School. And at that time, I was living, me and Papa Son was neighbor, you know, at that time in De La Vega City. So while going to St. Joseph High School now, whenever time they start, like any form of concert or fete or whatever, I always used to go up on DJ. So I used to like, you know, DJ, because at that time Papa Stan started, but he was DJing on a sound name, Lee's Unlimited. He wasn't exposed as yet. But you know, as you growing up in the community, you know, we DJ and we sing and we have a little concert at night time, and you know. Sometimes when I look at all these things, it's like it was ordained. Because I remember me and Papa Sal, we used to sing this, what friends are for. I remember that song distinctly. That's what friends are for. So, you know, both of us used to, that is our performance. You know what I mean? So when Son started out DJing,
that is a connection I used to, from early.
From early, which I didn't, didn't even know. Just talking about it now, Just talking about it now, I realized, you know, what was, you know, happening. And then when Son started DJing now on sound system, because, you know, Son started from the Tasties, you know, from Tasties, Papa Son started out from. So before he started even DJing on sound system. So him have him lyrics, them and things. So when fed time at school, I used to DJ Papa San lyrics and realize mash up the place and you know what I mean? So no, after that, no, every time they have fed to perform.
You perform.
You know what I mean? And from that, yeah. So from that, no, I start building my own little lyrics them, a little 1, 2, 3 lyrics them and thing, and you know, from there.
So at what point did you realize that you can actually, you know, make a living from music? You can take music seriously and help your family out of poverty. At what point along the journey you realize that this can be something big?
Well, first of all, for me, it was just the love of the music and, you know, to see how people react when you know, whenever time I DJ or whatever. So it really started, I remember when I started DJing on Black Scorpio, so because they had a competition in Spanish Town and Daddy Mickey the competition, I went on stage and I DJ and a lot of people was impressed and things. So Daddy Mickey was there at the time, which I didn't know him before. And he came to me and said, G, you know, at that time I wasn't even Lady G. I was Sister Janet at that time. You know?
Sister Janet?
Yes, Sister Janet, but I don't know drop it. But that was my pet name growing up, Janet, yeah. So Daddy Mickey said, pardon me?
No, I was going to ask you how Lady G came up, because if anything, it would have been Lady J from Sister Janet or whatever. But
right.
And then
well, I'm going
to get there.
I'm going to get there. When Daddy Meek, you know, bring me to Edley Avenue, that's where Black Scorpio based. That's where the song was based, and I went there. They used to have music playing there on every Thursday night. So, you know, I was still going to high school at that time. So like on Thursday, I used to go there early and try to get the mic and do my little thing and hold back the bus and go back to Spanish Town. So, you know, from there, doing my little thing. And then, I saw what I was doing. And he said, you know, because at that time when I was DJing on Black Scorpio Sound, my name wasn't going on posters or anything, you know? So
how did your mommy feel? Was she okay with you traveling across the island with the sound system?
I'm going to get there with it. I'm going to get there.
Our little daughter.
All right. So I know this place where in Alpha-Tree, where most artists used to go there and hang out. This man by the name of Sasa Frost, who used to make all the posters. So Papa San bring me there and introduced me to Sasa Frost, and he asked me my name and I told him, and he said, Sister Janet, that don't really sound, you know, catching. But you don't give yourself Lady G. Lady G, that just out of the blues, and just give me that name. I said Lady G, because I guess at the time there were a lot of lady female around, you know, lady and all, you know, ladies. So I took on to the name. Now, the time came when I wanted was to like go out, like go to the dances where Scorpio was playing now, like, you know, in the country and all those, you know, certain parishes out of Kingston and Spanish Town, you know. And I remember I went to Scorpio headquarters from early out and, you know, tell Jack Scorpio I wanted to go to the dance. And I said, yes, I could come to the dance, but I said, could you come and ask my mother first if I could go? Because, you know, I mean, at this time I never went out of my community too far to DJ. So I said, okay. And driving in the car with him and come to Spanish Town, and he stopped, and my mother was there, you know, hanging out with her friends, and he ask my mother if, your daughter good enough, she's doing good enough, and blah, blah, blah. All these little things to convince my mother. So my mother was like, she's a girl child. She's a girl child. I mean, I think she's supposed to go so far, and me not there. So her friend was sitting there with her, and her friend said, Devon, because that's my mother's name, Devon, your daughter love the music thing also. So let she go on, man. She go all right, man. And Black Scorpio said to her, don't worry yourself, mother. Don't take care of your daughter, don't worry yourself. And mother said, try to make us try in a year and I heard her, And that was it.
Wow. On that note, Lady G, we're going to go for a quick time signal and come back. Don't go anywhere.
Precious moments we share with you, everything's so right. Malta, you're full of life.
The time by Malta is...
It is now 12:48. We are on the road to success with Lady G. So here it is now. Your mommy give you permission to go and, go with the sound system, Black Scorpio sound system, and they're going right across the island. I can imagine how much information you would have, garnered from that experience. Share with us a moment that stand out in your mind from just being around the Black Scorpio sound system on the road across the island as a female trying to get your name out there and get that break.
Well, I think that experience is one of the best experience I could ever get, because Black Scorpio used to play especially when I really get loose now is when school was off on holiday. So I said, yes, now I can go all of the dance them. So I started going to all the dances. Scorpio used to play regular, like 7 days a week throughout the island, throughout Jamaica. So with people artists like General Trees and Shuka Shine and all them artists, I used to watch General Trees. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot from him too, because I remember when I started out DJing, I used to try and pattern like a sister Nancy, because I used to go on to the jukebox. I remember as a little girl, before I even dreamt of thinking about music totally, I remember I used to go to the jukebox and punch Sister Nancy and the other song with Liza and Kojak. I used to punch those records and listen to it and play the flip side and DJ my little thing on it. So I used to try to sound like, Sister Nancy with the high pitch. And I remember General Tree said to me, why don't you try and DJ the way how you talk? And from that day, that's when I found my own sound and start DJing that way. And then I used to patronize, but I got a lot of influence from General Trees and Papa San. Those are the two artists I really used to look up to at that time. You know what I mean? Other than the female.
Let's talk.
And then what I learned too in the dance, what I used to do is when the selector I play the A part of the record, I used to stand there and then listen and try to create something in my mind that by the time when put it on the B side,
your turn,
I have some lyrics. I have some lyrics to DJ pertaining to what the singer was saying. So I learned all those things from the dancehall. Yeah, man.
No, so talk to us now, G, about that transition from DJing on sound system to now becoming a recording artist. Do you remember the first song that you recorded and what that experience in studio was like?
Well, my first song I recorded was a song named Get a Rock, and it was produced by Jack Scorpio. Jack Scorpio was the person who first put me in a studio, and that studio was Channel 1. And I can remember clearly It was Soji was the engineer. Was very nervous, very nervous, because this was my first time. But because of the practicing that I was practicing in the dance hall at that time, it's like
that
help. So when I went out in the voicing room, one straight non-stop until the rhythm was finished. Because I learned that from the dance hall. So the dance hall was where I get to practice. You know, it was my playground. That's where I get to practice.
And that is absolutely good practice, because here it is now by 1988. You scored your first hit with Enough Respect, produced by Gussie Clarke. Take us back to this defining moment in your career, Lady G.
Well, at the time, all right, let me tell you, there are so many people I need to credit for my music, because I'm always around some talented people. I remember this guy who lived beside me. We call him Pablo. He used to go to the same school where I used to go to, St. Joseph High School. So me and him at some point would have started writing lyrics. Writing lyrics every day. We write lyrics, you know? So that lyrics that I did for Gussie, Enough Respect, was a lyrics that we wrote about, because at that time the lyrics that were coming out were mostly like, you know, degrading female in a sense. So I had that lyrics before. So one day I was at Gemini Club and you know, because I told you Gemini Club in Africa, that's where all the artists used to hang out. Because we never have any cell phone, we never have any house phone for anybody to contact us. So that's in Gemini Club was our base.
The meeting spot.
So the meeting spot. So I don't remember the person who Gussie sent to call me, and I went down to Slipe Road, and when I went there, you had Mikey Bennett was there, and Gussie Clarke, and they put on the rhythm. I said, "Let me hear what you have for the rhythm here." And I went in there, and you know, DJ my lyrics. Them kind of time them just full of lyrics. So you know, DJ, and Mikey Bennett. I remember Mikey Bennett said to me. Mikey Bennett was the person who came up with the punchline. Like I said, "No, come in here, no spread no rumor, show me Enough Respect." But I already had the lyrics, and he had me there. At that time, I wasn't really into the recording thing, you know what I mean? I couldn't really record. At least I wasn't interested in recording. My thing was just dancehall. That was just my thing. I just love dancehall. I never care about no recording thing. Yeah, honestly. And so Mikey Bennett have me a DJ. At one point, I remember DJ said to my throat dry. I think Mikey feels sorry for me and said, "All right, go and go drink some water, because Scorpio have a fountain, not Scorpio, go see a water fountain there where you could go and drink water from." So I went and drink the water and come back, and, you know, Mikey had me a DJ, and that was the outcome of the song. But that day after, when I finished and I went back to Gemini Club and I saw my friend Junior Ranks, I was telling her, "You know what, I did a record today." Because to me, I did use to the fast rhythm, them like the handstand, all them kind of rhythm. So it was, for me, that rhythm, the rumor rhythm, was kind of a little different for me. But coming from the dance style, you give me any rhythm, you can't fit anything on it. You know? So
no,
I said to my friend,
we have 2 minutes coming. Go ahead.
I said to my friend,
"What am I
going to song today? It's boring to say." I said, boring to say, but the song, I put Lady G on the map.
You said Enough Respect boring?
Yes, I said that to Junior Ranks, because, you know what I mean? That's just me. I always underestimate and underrate myself. That's just me.
Sure. Well, we're gonna go for cash pot, and then when we come back, we're gonna pick up from enough respect and carry on. Look, G is one
man.
all having now. We're gonna try and fit in everything when we
All
forward.
right,
Listen up, your
never
top
try,
runners,
never
pick two,
try.
pick three, pick four, hot pick and cash pot. Lunchtime draws up next.
When me use Island Fresh with aloe vera, it make me skin feel so much smoother. So if you want to feel better and smell fresher, use Island Fresh with aloe vera.
Manufactured by Island Products, 934-0666.
The time is...
While driving through Jamaica, there's only one radio station I listen to. IRIA FM. IRIA FM. IRIA FM.
It is now 12:59. We are standing by, so listen up. Your top draw dollars. Pick two, pick three, pick four, hot pick, and cash pot lunchtime draws up next. We are on the road to success, and we're journeying with none other than Lady G.
So I'm in the mood for love. I'm in the mood for love, 'cause I've the feeling, and nobody knows my pride but you. Said I'm in the mood for love, 'cause I've the feeling, and nobody knows my pride but you.
So yeah, me no so what? Some file over, me no want no some file over. No some file over, me no want no
Welcome to the official live drawing of the Supreme Ventures Lottery Games. This could be your lucky day. Get your tickets out and let the games begin.
Good afternoon. It is Thursday, June 23, 2022. I'm Lisa and welcome to this afternoon's live Supreme Ventures game draw. Now, before we begin, here's a quick look at the winning mid-morning numbers. And remember, all Supreme Ventures live draws are supervised by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm PwC. Now, let's put some money in your top draw. This afternoon's jackpot is $600,000. Here are your winning numbers. Good luck. Your first winning top draw number for this afternoon is number 8. The second winning number is 15. Following 15, we have 17. Now, if you want to win the jackpot of $600,000, you're going to need 19. Your final winning top draw number is 6. And now let's pick your play with our dollars game. I hope you're feeling lucky. Your winning dollars numbers are coming right down. The first winning dollars number for this afternoon is 2. Your second winning number is 24. Right behind 24, we have number 9. And the fourth winning dollars number for this afternoon is 22, which is followed by lucky 13. Next up is 26. And making its way down is 33. Your next winning dollars number is 29, which is followed closely by 28. Here comes ball 31. 34 is next, and we're ending dollars with a number 27. And now for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 game. So here goes. Your winning Pick 2 numbers are 4, as well as 3. So again, your winning Pick 2 numbers are 4 and 3. Now up next, you can play it 3 ways. It's Pick 3. This afternoon's first winning Pick 3 number is lucky number 7. Your second winning Pick 3 number is 8. And the third and final winning Pick 3 number is 2. So again, 7, 8, and 2 are your winning Pick 3 numbers. Now let's turn up the winnings with Pick 4. Your first winning Pick 4 number is 9. The second winning Pick 4 number is 2. Here comes the third winning number. What will it be? That's another 2. And finally, we have number 9. So again, 9, 2, 2, and 9 are your winning Pick 4 numbers. Now it's easy for wins, so let's heat things up with Hot Pick. Here we go. This afternoon's winning Hot Pick number is 15. Congratulations to all Hot Pick winners. Again, your winning number is 15. And Cashpot Money Train are on. This week, you can win $285 for every $10 winning Cashpot bet. Let's get ready to play our Cashpot game for Thursday, June 23, 2022. Now, you live to play it, but can you win it? Get ready to be a big Cashpot winner. And let's see what this afternoon's winning Cashpot number will be. This afternoon's winning Cashpot number is 36. Congratulations to all Cashpot winners. Again, the winning number is 36. It's now time for some mega winnings. Good luck once more. And here it comes. And a white ball was selected. So go mega 6 times per day for more chances to win big. So again, the winning Cashpot number is 36. The lucky mark is Old Lady. And a white ball was selected for pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and Cashpot. Now let's take a look at this afternoon's winning numbers. And of course, congratulations to everyone who won. And please come back at 3 p.m. for more games you love to play. I'm Lisa. Be kind to one another and have a supreme afternoon.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
That was the lunchtime top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and Cashpot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 3 p.m. for another chance to win in hot pick and Cashpot special pot draws. So welcome back. We are inside the Easy Skanking. We're on the road success with Lady G. Now, G, before Cashpot, you're telling us you feel like saying enough respect was boring. It's you gonna tell your friend. Did you?
But listen
does that mean?
I'm glad the commercial came in so I could get to refresh my memory. Because it's like,
yes,
having my kids were a part of my journey also. So I must tell you that before I did enough respect, like at that time when I was in the dance hall and everything, I got pregnant and I was like for a little while. And then when I came back, that's when I did enough respect. Yeah, that's when I have my son. Yes. Maybe because I'm a part of my journey too.
No, of course, and not only that, but the thing is, as a mommy, when you have to put the pause on your music to, go through the aspect of pregnancy and giving birth and nurturing in the early stages, did that put a damper on where you left off? You felt like you had to restart all over again, or did the work that you put in from being around Jack and on the sound system that it was easy?
No, it wasn't easy. I felt like I had was to start all over again. And just imagine, building a name and then all of a sudden you end up get pregnant, having kids, stop DJing. So like the people the community now would be like, so wait, asking questions like, so what, man, you stop DJ? So wait, that's all baby mother now and all of them little stuff. And so, like, to the core, I'm like, I have to get back myself in the game. I have to. And
that you did because, around the same time, you were known as a sharpshooter when it come on to the clash space. Now, in the late 80s...
we never started clashing yet. I didn't start the clashing yet at that time.
But
when I came back, when I start recording now, I did record for Gusty Clark and even that same song that you played Samphire Lover that I did for Winston Riley. I did that song also. And then I started recording for Steely and Clevie when I did a song with Sugar Minot. And then that's where the whole combination thing now starts with me and Papa San. Yeah.
Right, because
Yeah,
you
man.
didn't touch Sting until you had that big wave with Papa San and all of that
Right.
going. I know you said you and San were friends during your school years. Were you
Yeah.
surprised by the reaction, to the collaboration with you and San with those two dancehall classics?
I wasn't surprised in a sense because Papa San was definitely somebody who I looked up to, and I used to admire the way how him write him lyrics. Them I used to build some long lyrics and them something there, and I used to always want to try to be like him, you know. So I
No
wasn't
surprise there, none.
surprised. No.
No, 19 back in the 80s, late 80s, we're talking about specifically to 88 and 89. With
Yeah.
the sharpshooter Lady G in the Clash space, Lady Mackerel to Sister Charmaine, Junior Ranks, Patra,
Right.
Lady P. Sting gave you a platform, and you dealt with it. But take us back to this space and the momentum that these clashes brought to Lady G in the dancehall space.
Well, let me tell you, the first big platform I really went on was DJ Roll Call when Len used to keep DJ Roll Call before we had before
Sting.
like DJ Roll Call used to come before Sting. So after DJing on a couple sound system around Jamaica like African Symbol and Creation Sound and Black Scorpio and a sound from Mandeville named Destiny and all over. I became a household dancehall DJ at the time, DJing in dancehall. So I met this DJ. I don't know if anybody remember his name. The old man, they call him DJ Daddy. He used to DJ an African Symbol in Montego Bay. So I know him from the sound system from Montego Bay. So he was on DJ Roll Call. So I saw him at the stage show, and he said to me, "Hey, did you want me to call you up?" I'm gonna say yes, and he did. What I tell you how me really that night, how me really get to DJ Roll Call. I went to General Trees yard the day, the evening, and he gave me a ticket, and I never have no drive. But me don't know me brave, so I was a little girl anyway. But me never have no drive. But me tell myself, say, me I gonna reach a cinema too. See? And I remember, like from Jewsland, I took a bus from Jewsland, went into Alfred Tree. By this time, I get hungry. So I stop, I'm going to taste these, I'm going to buy 2 patty, I'm going to eat my patty, I'm going to drink my drinks. And I walked by myself from Alfred Tree to cinema too. Because somebody determined I went there. So then I saw DJ Daddy, and he said, "You want me to call you?" I asked him, he see me and me hail him up and say, "You want me to call you up?" I said, "Yeah, man." And he did call me up on stage, and that night, I mashed up the place. But guess what? At that time, a lot of people didn't know me from, the stage show. I was just an underground DJ and a dancer, and the day when the newspaper came out, they put DJ Daddy sidekick. That's how they refer to me, DJ Daddy sidekick, because they didn't even know my name at the time.
Wow.
And Leng saw me and said, okay, because Leng from Spanish Town and the whole vibe. So Leng booked me now for Sting, and that's all. I get to perform at Sting. I think the first year was...
So even though you had enough respect, people still weren't familiar with your name up to that point?
Honestly, it's like me have fast. I got too much. That was before.
Okay. Before
that was
when you get that.
Enough
Okay.
respect, yeah. Before enough respect. Because the journey so long, we can't even keep track of everything. It's like jumping all over.
Me a pressure you for condense the journey because we want
have
it
such
as
a
much
little
as
short
possible.
time and we are trying to squeeze in everything.
Look here.
You know what I mean? So
Sure.
sometimes we just jump the hurdle and, you know, go we ahead of the
Yes.
whole thing. But
Okay, because that frightened me a
that was
while ago.
that was a very, very, very important part of my journey, though.
Mhm.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
After
So
that's
here we
after
are
that
now.
when I start DJ, I start recording now. That's after that when I start after all of them things that happen, DJ record. Because remember, when I went on, I think when I went on the first thing, you know, the first thing I went on, I didn't have any recording, you know. Is the second thing. That's when I had all those recordings. And
89.
all them stuff there. Yeah, because the first thing was Junior Ranks, Lady Junie, Sister Charmaine, and myself. It was the first thing. And I was like because at that time Sister Charmaine was recording near Soul Rest in Peace. She was a recording artist at that time. I wasn't a recording artist at that time. But I was the upsetter that night. I was the upsetter. You know, a lot of people know about the clash with Sister Charmaine, Lady P, Lady Patra, and myself. But that wasn't the first one.
No, the first one was
It was
Lady
Junior Ranks,
Mackerel
Lady
and Sister
Junie.
Charmaine and
I think that one was another one too. That's a different one before.
Oh, so you did roughly about 3 clashes over there, but in essence of the whole thing, that basically provided you with a platform where people saw Lady G as, you know, a sharpshooter, a solid DJ, and it's added to who you are as an artist. Do you think that clashes have a space today?
Not no, because I think this younger generation, they're taking it too personal, you know, and too personal and too much violence in it. And back in those days when we had Clash was, you know, the best lyrics that could have sting you. You know what I mean? The best lyrics that could have sting you. You're gonna come with no, and then after the Clash, everybody good again. I mean, you might not be buddy, but everybody can see each other and say what, blah blah blah, and laugh and still muster each other, and everybody got them ways. You know what I mean? I don't see even amongst the females, I don't see females having a friendly clash. I don't see that, no.
Because even though you were a part of a clash with Lady Mackerel, who is now Macka Diamond, when you launched your label, you produce music with Macka Diamond, so that in itself would show that was there no hard feelings? What was that like? Because you had quite a bit of females on your rhythm, including Lady Saw and Cecile. You know,
Tanya
I know we're
Stevens.
jumping really far.
Yeah, me know, because the journey long. It's journey long.
Yeah, it long bad. But did you? Why did you feel like you had to include females? I think it was the belly skin rhythm you had first, and then you followed up with the flavor rhythm. Why was it important for Lady G to include females?
Well, I mean, when you look at most of the rhythms then back in that time, you didn't have a lot of females on it. So I look at it as from a female perspective. If I'm gonna be a producer, why am I gonna do what the other male producers do to us? You know what I mean? So I think it was right for me to involve, you know, my female friends into it too. I mean, and it was a joy because even I have Tanya even singing background vocals and songs for me and all those stuff. And I remember when I started it, Macka said to me, said, G, you are gonna boss me, you know. She said that, G, you are gonna boss me.
Wow.
And that was the first song that came out with the Macka Diamond, transformed from the Lady Mackerel to Macka Diamond. And we came up with this whole idea that me and Lady Saw, we were going to present Macka to the people with the, you know, Macka Diamond. And that's when we did a medley video with myself, Lady Saw, and Maka. And when the video came out, there were a lot of people asking, who was that girl? Maka, they were asking, who was that girl? They didn't know that it was even the same Lady Mackerel, the way how she transformed, you know? So I'm really proud and I'm really happy that, I mean, I could, you know, that I could do something, you know, for her career, because I've known her a long time, been doing her thing, and you know what I mean, I never get the opportunity. You know?
That's awesome. Stick and stay. We're gonna go for another time signal and come.
Are you a tourism worker? Then sign up for the Ministry of Tourism's innovative Tourism Workers Pension Scheme and retire in comfort. The time by the Ministry of Tourism is?
It is now 1:18. Boy, the time I go so fast. No, G, you know, you had so many hits under your belt, you know, from Breeze Off, and I really want to touch Breeze Off, even though it's gonna take us back to the 90s, to the period with Danny Brownie and the Main Street label. Talk to us about that and how you connected with Danny Brownie and Main Street.
After that era, you know, boom, I went on maternity leave again. After that era with this thing and enough respect and the whole thing. And
don't tell me you have to start over again when you return. Did you have to start over again when you return?
I have to start over again, yes. Well, I would just continue on my journey because I already have recording songs out there. I wasn't like new to the people. So it wasn't that hard the second time for me. You know what I mean? So I want to tell you, you know, in between that time, you know, a couple of things happened in between that time before, you know, because I had a daughter that I lost at that time. She died from cancer.
Wow.
So, and then right during that time, I was pregnant at the same time again. So my daughter was like, she was like 2. She died when she was 2 years old. And I want to tell her that when I had my next child, it was like I buried my daughter like a week before I went into labor with my other daughter. Yeah. So
what did that do to you, Doji? I mean, that must have been a lot to bear.
I was devastated, honestly. I don't know how I didn't get crazy at that time, honestly, because I used to find myself like, I used to just talk about it. Like, I don't even have to know you, you know? Like even talking about it now, like sometimes I don't really want to, you know, it's there, but sometimes like talking about it, it is still painful. So,
I can imagine.
Yeah, that time, so I was in America at that time and, you know, going through my rough times and everything. And, you know, I wasn't doing any music, nothing at all. I was just there. And, you know, then because right away I had was to take care of this other young baby that I have, you know. So I was here lingering. And then I remember this lady, Junie Star, she was my neighbor at the time in Jamaica. Junie Star, she called me and she said, gee, what's up? You're not coming back to Jamaica? You need to, so at that time, you know, Lady Star was doing her thing. She was, you know, on top. So she was like, what you doing? You're not coming back to Jamaica? You know, and she was like, I mean, you can come back, space for you and everything. So I came back to Jamaica and then, you know, I had all those other little songs. So it was easy for her, Junie Star, to, you know, get a couple shows for me so I could start like, you know, having money and, you know, to take care of myself and thing. So, so at that time now, after boom, the brain kind of straight all over the place now. Yeah, after that time now, it was again, who was the person who took me to Danny Brownie. So at that time, Danny Brownie started to produce. And when I went there, they were like General Degree was there, Lieutenant Stitchy, you know, Junior Tucker, the whole crew. So son bring me in and I was there. And, you know, Danny had known me from, because, you know, Danny was the for was making most of the rhythms them out there. He was even involved in enough respect too, because he played on that track also. So that's when I started DJing for Danny Brownie. Madam Joe was there at the same time too. And I started working with Danny Brownie, and you know, it was one of the best things could ever happen for me at that time. So during that time I recorded for Danny. Yeah.
Mix up and blend with them, and now you know what energy I have to tell them. Son of a
Hey.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with that connection.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And me and Madam Gino start par. We just start par every day. We just start right again. So that's another, you know, moment for me. But just immediately I got back into the groove and start writing and writing. Yeah, me and Madam Joe. Crazy song we write. And Lady G was back on track again.
But you know,
yeah.
And fully back on track. I mean, you also got international recognition for a track in 2000, Girls Like Us, a song with you and Chrissy D. Tell us about that. I mean, the track actually reached on the UK singles charts.
Yes.
It wasn't a popular song in Jamaica though.
No. We did Top of the Pops and
Girls
those,
Like Us.
You know? Yeah, Girls Like Us. I want to tell you that then dear Lady G go again on maternity leave.
In 2000?
Yes. The breeze off and all of them songs there and mash up the place. Maternity leave again. But before I left, that song was recorded with me and Chrissy D. While I was on leave, where I live my life and thing, I got a call from Danny Brownie. You remember the song that they did with you and Chrissy D? It is on the British chart. They need you guys to come to England to promote the song. So my daughter was around 6 months. And off I went to England, me and Chrissy D, the Top of the Pops and all these things. And, you know, it was a big moment because all the audience that we performed for wasn't any Caribbean. It was like with the Indo rapid people and some bike riders and them kind of audience we were exposed to. You know what I mean? So, and then again, dear Lady G carried us off again. Until now. And that was it for the maternity leave.
So Lady G, because here it is, each time you are on a rise, you know, motherhood comes knocking and, you know, music on pause and you do it. Talk to us about over the years how you were able to you know, separate Lady G and Janice Fife, ensure, say, you know, you're still balancing out your home life as mommy, and we know what that comes with. What was that like for you?
At first, I used to have my mother who really used to be there to take care of the kids while I was out. And then after a while, then, you know, I had workers, you know, come and take care of my kids. But the most important thing was, like, no matter where I go, come back home, get back into the moment mode. If it's parents-teacher meeting, I'm there. If it's sports, I'm there. I try to be there as much as I could in my kids' life. And honestly, I must say I am so proud of them. This far, they are great kids, turn out to be great kids, great adults. Everybody are adults right now. You know?
Wow.
So Lady G, they're in a different phase of the music right now. So, I mean, yeah, man. And I used to always there, discipline my kids, them, everything. I mean, I don't know. God just, the Almighty just bless me, man. That's all we can say. Yeah. The Almighty
For
bless his
sure.
spirit.
Now,
Yeah.
I hear that you're working on a tell-all book. Talk to us about that.
Yes.
What is the title of the
Yes,
book? Is
'cause
that still coming out? And when is the release date?
I don't have a release date. You see, just like how giving you the story, and sometimes I end up skip and have to reverse. Well, that's what's going on with me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, but how you reach there, son? You forget about this, what did happen, and all those stuff. So that is what keeping the whole thing so long. I haven't got a name for it yet, but I came up with a lot of names, but I keep on changing it. But it got me in a due time.
What I want you to do for us, Lady G,
Yes.
it is a tell-all book. I want you to just share a little snippet or something that will be in the book that we, the listeners, your fans, would perhaps be surprised to know that, you experienced or encountered or something about you. What you can tell us.
Well, there's going to be a lot
something,
more about my
not a whole lot.
personal life, especially like, my relationships and all those stuff that a lot of people don't know about. Because, me always keep that part there, out of my career, So I'll definitely dig a little deeper into that in a book.
Personal relationships. All right, we're looking out for that. And we are on the button. Can you believe some 2 minutes and we just have to rush through the years, rush through over 30 years in an hour? Sure.
I'm telling you.
No, G, talk to us about the new music that you're working on right now. In addition to the book, what we can look forward to from Lady G.
Well, a whole lot of new music. Well, you know that the world opened up back again. So there's a whole lot of performance I have. It's like I'm getting bookings like never before right now, honestly. So now I'm doing a lot more writing with my brother Pancho. My brother is like the things that I have up here, he can bring it out. So I'm working out with my brother Pancho right now, and with whole lot of recording. I have a song that with General Degree produced it also and wrote that song too. Live It Up, that is doing good. And another song that I did for Anthony Malvo. I have so much singles out there that I can't even keep track of it right now. Because that's how I am. When I'm in that work mode, I'm just in that work mode. I just work. So hopefully me and my brother plan to work on an album. Really, it's like through the whole pandemic, a lot of people said that was enough time for me to sit but I couldn't really focus in that way, like writing, because I wonder what will really happen to the world. That what's but right now I'm show all over the place right now. To name them, I have a show on the 9th. It's like follow me on Instagram because I'm gonna name them out. Yeah.
Yes. Give us your Instagram handle, how we follow you.
Yeah, my Instagram original_Lady G. Yeah, so you'll see all of the show dates them and stuff on that.
You mentioned performance, and I can't really have you and not go there. You are a foundation dancehall DJ performing to a new generation. I saw you in for Best of the Best 2021 staging in Miami, and you killed it. How are you able, G, to tailor your performance to suit the needs of multiple generations?
Wow, sometimes even myself don't know how I do it, honestly, because it's like when I hear my name call, like from the MC, it's like, like something just come over me and me just transform. So I have to go up there, go do what I have to do, because believe you me, we still get nervous on them little thing though, but you see, once me hold that microphone in my hand, it's like it's just a different me. Even my daughter the other day, the youngest one, I was performing at a station, I bring her with me, and she was like, Mommy, I couldn't even sing. I was there watching you doing your thing, Mommy. You were like a monster. That's what she said. Mommy, it's like you transform, Mommy. It's like you're a monster. I was just so caught up into your performance instead of doing what I was supposed to do up there with you. But you know what I mean? I just honestly, and every time I still feel like a new artist when I'm going on stage or whenever time I'm doing anything at all in music. I just still have that hunger for the music. You know what I mean? It's just a part of me. I can't escape it.
No, you know, you are always just so bubbly, so outgoing, always laughing, always smiling. And when we see the relationship and the rapport that you have with other female entertainers, it's very different from how they are sometimes with each other. What advice would you give, Lady G, to an aspiring female dancehall artist that is on their journey, on the road to success, and they want to enter the game? What advice would you give them?
Just be your true self. And it don't make any sense you try to jealous or bad mind another individual, because the cake is there. It's like a cake. And everybody, some people might not get a slice still enough, because I saw it there enough. Because just like the way of life, you have some people have it in abundance and some not have none. You know what I mean? But when you come, just make sure you come and work hard to get your slice of the cake. Don't try to envy another one. Don't try to box it out another one mouth. Just wait on your turn. Focus on where you're coming at this music business. If you come though, is to sing good song and to inspire people and to uplift and to, you know what I mean, educate, you know, people. So that even when you stop sing, your music can still live on, and you know what I mean, and you can create a great legacy for yourself. And even if you have kids like myself, that, you know what I mean, they can live off of that. You know, and keep love within all the time. Love is very important. From you have love inside you, so trust me, people can feel it. Other people around you can feel it.
Lady G, enough respect. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for taking us with you on your journey. Time Shati.
Thank you, Kashima.
Already the messages are coming in for Lady G. On IG, this one says, Lady G is so amazing. Thank you, honey, for all the beautiful songs over the years. Enough respect. Beautiful Soli. She can't laugh.
Show me enough respect, because this is a fact. Me have to confess to all of the women for due respect.
Lady G is one of the best, baddest, insane female DJ artists of all time. She just get better and better with her own signature style. Really rock and dance stage show anytime. This one says, nice interview, Lady G. One of the veterans in the music. This one says, blessed afternoon. Loving the conversation with Lady G. Uplifting and amazing. I just want her to just do the great work, you know. It's Jai, always locked into Irie FM. I'm here giving thanks for life, and I'm here home at Grange Lane. Ricardo Portes say, hey Lady G, big up yourself. This one says, big up to Lady G, one of Jamaica's greatest female dancehall artist. Blessed. I love the interview with King Mani in Maybole District.
But most of them are go and forget one taste. So no win.
Sneak peek bar. Backstreet, Great Pants, Lady G, big up yourself, you know. This one says, good motivation from Lady G. Big up yourself, Lady G, and continue to motivate the youths them. If you could do part 2 next Thursday, June 30, Aston Gooden said do it. Linstead St. Catherine peeps locked in.
Change your lifestyle and make your future's a bright.
This one says, good afternoon, Kish. Loving the interview. Blessings, Lady G. Nice job, you know. It's Yellow in Claremont.
Your elder and protect your child.
This one says, loving the interview. Lady G, big up yourself. Lady G is around for a very long time. Keep it moving, no matter what. This person says, one of my favorite female artists, you know. As a youngster, I used to love equal rights and round table talk.
Because someone watch the shape, someone watch your niceness and your beautiful face.
Judy in Manchester said, bless up yourself, Lady G.
The pretty fatty man I run one race. No man no.
And you know me have to play this again, don't it? From the top, Lady G, enough respect.
Now whether you live uptown or you live in the ghetto, no say Lady G respect the people of every time. See? So don't spread no rumor. No care me name, no spread no rumor, show me enough respect. No to me living and the ghetto, show me enough respect. No care me name, no spread no rumor, show me enough respect. No to me living and the ghetto, show me enough respect. Because this is a fact, me have to confess to all of the woman man for due respect. Not to be dressed up in the latest that we love fanciness. When we come out on the street, the man them say we look fresh. And every jack man at them we impress. Sometimes them get bright and start this stress. But if it's the aquaticity, them a broke off the naked, then no see we feel weak, them start get upset. That's why enough man no put them head in a one basket. But some of them put them out where them can't reach it. As a foxy a grape him, what to pick it, whether you living at the town or in the district. No care me name, no spread no rumor, show me enough respect.
Martha the Barber in Augustown said Lady G is one of the foundation original artists, you know. I remember when there was a few music videos. Lady G and Papa San was one of the best.
Man what the shape, so man
keep finding the stars, them kids.
Call your bugs if you're ugly, that's a big disgrace. But if you're pretty fatty, man, I run one race.
Manchester peeps said bless up to Lady G.
Every man want to tackle what I eat in the place. But most of them are hungry, want to get one taste. So no win a lager it.
Mr. T in Victoria Town, Manchester say, hey, show Lady G enough respect, you know, that me I tell you.
Show me enough respect. No care me name, no spread no rumor, show me enough respect. No show me live.
Prince Jasper says Lady G is my icon. Now the love is pouring out for Lady G.
Do wrong, that's enough.
Barry Baxter, what an interview. Lady G and General Trees, Mikey Melody, Sasa Frost was on the Black Scorpio sound. What?
Well, just
big up Lady G. Ken Goff locked in.
And while just care for your health and protect your child. Lucky no man, just never want take a mile.
Rohan Johnson Atlas Ocheria Security says, enough respect to you, Lady G. I did enjoy the interview to the fullest. Can I tell you something? It was Irie.
90s baby.